Hello, I'm going to show you how to use Event Log Crash Browser to quickly and easily find crashes in the Windows event log. As you can see, I've just scanned the Windows event log and we've got here the executable for any event, any crash, the DLL in which the crash happened, the offset inside the DLL, and if it's not inside the DLL, it's actually the address of memory. So here, this is a null pointer, this one here. And here we've got the exception code and the human readable exception code. Off to the right, if we can read the DLL, we pull out the company name from the version information. So you can sort each column, so you can group them easily and find what you're looking for easily. And if that isn't enough, you can sort by exception, or filter by exception, I should say. We'll put that back to showing anything. And then also, once the scan's complete, the EXE and DLL fields populate, so you can say, oh, I just want to know what's going on with, say, coverage validator or link. The linker crashes from time to time, you know, or the compiler crashes from time to time. So DLL initialization failed for some reason. Or DLL not found. Or you might actually be interested in a particular DLL that's crashed. You know, just some of these DLLs listed are actually the executable that's crashed. Now, most of these are our programs, because this is a dev machine, so you know, programs crash while you're developing them. That's pretty common. But you will actually notice some of those are Windows executables. So if we sort by exception code, this is the exception that's used to communicate with the debugger the text for output debug string. So when the debugger receives that exception, it decodes it and prints the string that goes with it. That's why output debug string is actually quite a slow call to use, because there's an exception hidden in there. Got standard Microsoft C++ exception and C# exceptions. Access violations, so you've accessed memory that you shouldn't have. There's a lot of those on this machine. Probably a lot of those on most machines. Breakpoints, unsurprising on a dev machine. DLL not found. DLL initialization failed. Entry point not found. That's when you're linking to the DLL with the right name, but with not all the right functions exported, so you've got the wrong version of the DLL. Fatal callback exceptions. Guard page violation. You've run past the end of the stack. Heap corruption. Well, you've written to a pointer somewhere where you shouldn't have done and damaged the heap. Illegal instruction. So you're calling code incorrectly somehow. Invalid C runtime parameter, you've passed too much data or the incorrect format of data on the stack, or you've overrun a buffer that is passed on the stack. Invalid exception handler, so you've passed some data into the exception handler and it's not quite right. Valid image format, so that's a corrupt DLL or executable, or even the wrong architecture. So maybe trying to run an ARM DLL instead of an x86 DLL. Buffer overrun, stack overflow, and exception unwind failure there. And we can see here that we've got quite a lot of heap corruption failures inside of this WMI provider service, which is a bit unfortunate, but you know, that's the nature of the game. I suppose at some point Microsoft will fix that. Right, so quick and easy way to identify crashes in the Windows event log. Much faster than using Windows Event Viewer. Hope you found that useful. Thank you very much.